Hello and welcome to the Mercury Vapor Glow channel. Today I have for you one of the biggest fixtures in my collection, and I have another video on this fixture in Mercury Vapor, and the difference is this is an original AEG or AEG in German Koffer 150 fixture that is originally designed to run 50 or 70 watts times 2 high pressure sodium lamps. And so what we will be running in here today are these classic European egg-shaped high pressure sodium lamps with no internal igniter. So this is a modern external igniter fixture. But as this has been adapted from a Mercury Vapor design, the reflector is a reflector that only accepts the egg-shaped bulbs. Putting the tubular bulbs in here will result in a bad light distribution. So one who operates these fixtures has to keep that in mind. And well, here is the details. So it's a Koffer 50, 2 times 80 or 70 watt with capacitors. And this fixture is actually older than my Mercury Vapor fixture. Is from the 90s. It's made somewhere around the mid of the 90s, I think. But the construction is identical, basically. It has a little bit other color to the plastics or some little details, but basically it's mostly the same fixture. There's some interesting sticker that says that there will be the next Wartung in German, so the next inspection will be in December of 2012. So this makes me believe that if you, for example, replace these bulbs every 3 years, then probably these fixtures got serviced the last time like about 2009, maybe 2008 or 2010, and some time after they got serviced for the last time, they were taken down. And I have purchased this fixture from a gentleman just last year, in the fall of last year, so they must have been kept in a garage or something for many years, from like 2010, 11, 12, whatever, to 2024. So that's pretty interesting. Someone bought them and intended on installing them in a like dog training kennel, but they actually never got to installing these. And after a few years, it's over a decade, they got rid of these fixtures, and I purchased 5 of these fixtures, where 3 of them are high pressure sodium and 2 of them are, interestingly, Mercury Vapor, and they are all original. There's nothing being done to them. And since they were on the street shorter than most fixtures because they were in storage for over 10 years, you can see also here that the state of the plastic is better than on most of these fixtures when they have been out for decades. Because this one, if it was put up in like 95, let's say, and take it down 2010, then it's only like 15 years. So it's a pretty young fixture. The manufacturer declared that they would have a useful lifetime of like about 30 years or so, and we know that they hold on even longer, but 30 years, they have only like half of their useful life already spent, so they are still pretty good. And let's quickly show you the canopy of this fixture. So here you can see the canopy of this fixture, and it's darker plastic than the other fixtures that I have that are the Mercury Vapor ones. But I guess that they just didn't really care probably for the color of the plastic, and they just use like what they had or whatever. It's pretty astounding to me that they did it. Or maybe there was a coat of paint on this that faded away, but on none of the 5 fixture I have found any paint on the exterior, so I don't really think that these were painted. So I don't know how the color difference where it comes from, but this is darker, and since I have only clear coated it, there is still some stains to see, and I guess that's okay because it's a street light. It's a use like a it's a thing that you use, and I would put this up on a pole, for example. It's now it's in the collection, but I would also use it, so it doesn't have to be really perfect. I just cleaned it, and I guess that's okay. And here are the latches that latch the bowl. I can show you the bowl more in detail here, because in the other video I have shown it on the fixture only. So on the top and on the bottom of the bowl, and it's a really huge bowl, like compared to my hand. You can see that, I guess. Here are the reflectors on top and the bottom that guide the light mostly downward, away from the house side of the street. And then you have some reflectors here on the bottom that throw the light sideways, and here is also the reflectors that throw the light sideways and widen the beam of the lantern. And there's not really much more to this bowl. There's some kind of serial number or something like that. It's not really, probably a part number. I'm trying to show it to you the correct way here. So it says 820920668, so that's probably the part number from AEG, where you could order these if you lost one. So now that AEG is out of business, of course, you probably will not get any replacements anymore, but they were bought by Philips, and then Philips stopped production of these lanterns. In like 2012 or 13 or 14, they stopped producing these. And since these are designed from the 70s, it's understandable. So let's have a quick peek at the gear compartment, and I didn't want you to miss out on this gear compartment here. It's even more cramped than the gear compartment on the Mercury Vapor version, because they had to fit 2 of the igniters, 2 of the capacitors, and 2 of the ballasts. So they started making up like metal parts to be able to mount everything. So this electro block, as I have shown you in the other video, here down in the fixture like that, there is a connector where you can disconnect it, and you can just take this whole electro block with you and change it out for another without removing the fixture from the pole. Very practical. So I guess let's get ready for startup. So we are prepared for startup. Let's go see how it works. The ballasts are pretty quiet. All the same as the other fixture, there's like the main beam of the lantern shining along the street. It's very wide beam. And down here it's more spreading to the sides a little bit. And up and down there is the effect of the light spreading downwards, so the house sides are not lit up as much as the street. And the startup of the high pressure sodium bulbs is a little more quicker than the Mercury vapor lamps. It's they become bright very quickly, and then they need a few more minutes to get to the maximum, but the light output goes up a lot faster than with the mercury vapor bulbs. And so you can, if you turn this lantern on in complete darkness, you can see a lot more, a lot quicker. It's just that the light at the startup is first it turns on with this like whitish light, but it soon becomes almost monochromatical sodium light, and when they get hotter by minute the light becomes a little more whitish and less yellowish, because the discharge gets even hotter and with higher pressure. But nevertheless, the color rendering of the high pressure sodium bulb is not very good. It's like 30%, I think, or something like that. It's not very high. The mercury vapor bulbs, the modern ones, they have at least like 50%. So it's still bad, but it's not as bad as the high pressure sodium. Of course, we all know that high pressure sodium replaced the mercury vapor because it was a lot more economical. And even the two lamps that I got here, the two lanterns that I got with mercury vapor, they were outfitted with other bulbs. Like this one. This is a Sylvania bulb. That's a replacement for both 80 watt and 125 watt at the same time. It's very interesting, and I didn't know these existed. So it's the size of a 125 watt mercury vapor, but it's 69 watt on a 80 watt ballast, or it's 108 watt on a 125 watt ballast. So it saves energy and gives off, of course, yellow light compared to the mercury vapor bulb. And it has an internal igniter, as you can see here, because of course the mercury vapor fixture does not have a igniter. Very interesting bulb. There's something like a starting antenna or something like that on the arc tube, so interesting. And many times in the 80 watt mercury vapor lamps like this, no, you can see now it's warmed up, it's very, very bright. In the 80 watt versions of these lamps, like 80 watt mercury vapor, they often put the 70 watt lamps with high pressure sodium and internal igniter, and these would work. They would be underrun a little bit, so the light would be a little more yellowish, but on the other hand they would last longer. So I guess that worked too, even if it was not really intended. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and see you very soon. Bye bye.